Today, I'm going to answer 3 very important questions. What is the best lead for selling final expense insurance over the phone? What is the best lead for selling final expense face-to-face? And what's the deal with those direct mail leads? I mean, are they even a viable lead solution anymore? As always, please give this video a thumbs up, and we do suggest that you subscribe if you're a new viewer. We're putting out new insurance sales and final expense agent training content like every week. And if you hang around until the end of this video, check this out. I'm going to show you how to get a copy of the Overcoming Objections super file that has scripts on overcoming objections while door knocking leads, setting appointments, and even a script on what to say and do when you're closing the sale and the client wants to speak with the kids first or needs to think about it. As a life insurance agent, I've learned that all leads are not created equal, in no way. As a matter of fact, guys, just because a lead is viable in one part of the country doesn't mean that it's going to work just as well in a different state or a different part of the country. And a lead that works great for final expense face-to-face sales isn't necessarily going to be a lead that you're going to want to use if you're selling final expense insurance over the phone. Let's start with final expense telesales. And I'm not going to go over all the different types of leads that you could use to sell life insurance over the phone or final expense over the phone. Just the #1 best lead, which really, in my opinion, is the calendar appointment generated through internet or Facebook advertising lead. And guys, real quick, the reason being is I'm looking at it like you're an independent agent. And as an independent agent, it's pretty much impossible to get those like inbound leads where the people see the TV commercial and then they call in from the TV commercial. What a lot of agencies are starting to do, and this is what I do for our agents, is implement a system where the agent can have, like, no kidding, 30 or more preset calendar appointments per day. These calendar appointments are booked by people who have clicked on an ad that mentions like getting a quote for affordable life insurance or maybe final expense insurance. And once they click on the ad, they're taken to the landing page that we've personalized for the agent. They're asked a few easy questions and directed to leave their phone number and their date of birth. After they input their information on the lead form, the agent's information and photo pops up, and the client is directed to set an appointment to speak with a licensed life insurance agent about getting a quote for the affordable life insurance. And now you've got a high intent lead, but here's the beautiful part. Check this out. With a really good Facebook ad system like the one we use, you should only end up paying like maybe $10 to $15 per appointment. Now, don't get me wrong, the only reason that we are able to do this for our team of sales pros is because we've done the work and we've spent, believe it or not, a lot of money, like thousands and thousands of dollars, just figuring out what ads work the best, what landing pages work the best days to advertise, and also the best times during the day to have the ads running. And yes, there are several companies that you can buy a system like this from for maybe $5,000 to $10,000, but then the crazy part is once you've got the system, you got to figure out what ads work the best for your market and when to advertise. Some folks are super smart and think that they can actually develop something like this on their own. Guys, I've had multiple agents try, and in most cases, they end up with like a lead cost over $100 per lead and don't even get any appointments, which definitely is not gonna work. Unfortunately, buying one of these Facebook ads training systems where they train you how to do it is usually a complete waste of time and money because these systems are very complicated and usually a lot more complicated than advertised. So what about belly to belly? What is the best lead for selling final expense on a face-to-face basis? I would have to say that the direct mail lead is probably still the best lead for face-to-face sales. However, in most cases, it's no longer viable. And here's what I mean. When I was driving all over the state of Florida, staying in some pretty hotel rooms, and working in areas for face-to-face sales, I always used direct mail leads. Back then, for around $30 per lead, you could get a lead that actually had the words life insurance right on the front of the card. Due to agent saturation, the returns on this type of lead has gone way down. So now the lead cost is higher than ever, while the verbiage that we used to use on the lead is completely different. And in most cases, when the prospect fills out the new lead, they are most likely expecting to get something like a free gift, a Walmart card, gift card or something, or insurance from the government that doesn't cost anything. To me, this takes away the viability of the lead. The last thing that I want to do is spend like 40 bucks on a lead that when I go to door knock on the prospect's front door, they are expecting me to give them something for free. When this is the case, I would rather use a Facebook or internet lead for face-to-face sales over the direct mail lead. The return on investment with internet leads is going to be much better than the direct mail leads. However, it's very important to understand that you will not be able to get most internet leads to answer the phone. Therefore, as a face-to-face agent, you won't be able to do what I used to do, and that's calling the leads to set an appointment for the face-to-face appointment. For face-to-face sales success, you're going to need to accept that most of your sales are going to come from spending 8 hours a day door knocking your leads. If this is something that you can't do or don't want to do, then selling final expense on a belly-to-belly basis will absolutely not work for you. Which is why I keep coming back to speaking about telesales. In my opinion, you are way better off working with a company that specializes in final expense telesales than working with a company like, I don't know, Lincoln Heritage, that really what they do is they specialize in face-to-face sales. Just think about it. You're working from home, which means no long days of door knocking in the winter snow or the summer heat. No going into like really rough neighborhoods and literally risking your life just to sell something. And no driving all over the place and sleeping in crappy hotel rooms. Instead, you're working from home, spending more time with the family and with a system like the one that we have. If you are actually a talented sales professional, you should be making more money working from home than you've ever made as a face-to-face final expense agent. At least that's what my agency is seeing. If you would like free final expense telesales training, simply click on the link above, which will take you to our telesales training 3-part series that covers everything that you need to know for selling final expense over the phone successfully from the comfort of your own home. For a copy of the Overcoming Objections super file that I mentioned way earlier in the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. If you'd like more information on selling final expense over the phone with us, just shoot me an email at that same address. Remember, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now get out there or get on that headset and do something good for someone today, will you? Happy hunting.